Okay, for the roast chicken, I have a whole roast or a whole chicken. This is called a wog, W-O-G, which means without giblets. So this doesn't come without any giblets, so it's called a wog. We have a soda can, so each group needs to bring a soda can. You're going to get the soda can and fill it up about a quarter cup of water, at least, you know, quarter of the way up. Have your mix ready. So salt, pepper, here in this particular one I have salt, pepper, garlic, granulated garlic, black pepper, and thyme. And so I'm going to separate this. Half of this I will use for the veggie, or at least a quarter of that. About 3/4 of this for the chicken. Just a little of this for the vegetables. Okay, so what you're going to do is you want to oil it down. Make sure you pat it dry. You're going to go ahead and add your olive oil. Make sure you get it nice and make sure you get the whole chicken. Turn it around. A little more oil there. Okay, in between. Okay, then you're going to hit it with some salt, pepper, paprika also. Paprika gives it a nice brown color. So hit it aggressively. Make sure once you're done with this mix not to reuse it on your veggies, and then you have cross-contamination. So just use this on your chicken. That's why you want to separate the two. Okay. So we got that on. Now we're going to hit it again with a little bit more oil. Okay, so that first layer of oil is just to kind of to get it to stick. The second one is to get that nice golden brown on it. Okay, so we'll hit it again. And you really don't want to pat it. You could pat it, but don't rub it. Okay, then what you're going to do is you're going to get your soda can. And again, I've already got water in here. You do want to fold the wings. I'm going to show you how to do that. Very important. You're going to tuck the wings in. So you're going to get that and tuck it underneath, just like that. Get the next one and tuck it underneath. And then do any additional seasoning. How well you season it is how well it's going to taste. Okay, then what you're going to do after you've done that, you're going to get your soda can. You're going to open up the cavity, place it onto a half sheet pan. Okay, just like that. So what this does, the steam from the water cooks the inside, steams it, and then the air from the oven circulates around and it gives it a nice golden crust. So this actually cooks it off a lot faster because you got steaming and then you got some roasting on the outside. Okay, and this is going to go right into the oven. Okay, I'm going to actually, any final mix that you might need, and that's that. Okay, just like that. Okay, the next step is you're going to actually place it in your oven. If you do this at home, 375. You guys will do it around 350 in the commercial oven. So you're going to open that up. Get your chicken. Place it in, just like that. And we'll let it go roughly 45 minutes to an hour. Okay, for the scalloped potatoes, I've got some cheddar cheese, some heavy cream. We got potatoes. So you want to go ahead and peel those. I'm going to show you a little quick, little easy method to cut your potatoes. Okay, first you want to do is peel. Get all that. Like this. Now, depending on the size of the potatoes, how much salt and pepper you're going to put. So you have to be very careful when you actually are making these scallop potatoes, you got to go slightly undersalted because the cream is going to reduce down. And as it reduces down, it's going to intensify the flavor. So be very careful. Just a light salt. You don't want it to be too salty. Don't forget your chicken's going to have some nice seasoned flavor in there as well. So when you have it together, it should balance out. Okay, so I'm going to show you an easy way of doing this. Of course, you can practice your knife skills and start to slice, but here's one easy way. You can put the pan, again, you guys are going to put it in the pie pan. You can use your grater, and on this little area here is where you can get a nice, good, even cut. Okay, but what I like to do is I'll throw in a little cream just to get it started. So then prevents your egg or from your potatoes from oxidizing. And then right on the cutting board, just like that. Now, once you get to the end, make sure that you cut the rest, because again, this thing will cut you really good if you go too far. Okay, stop right there, and then as you go, just set it right in. And we'll go ahead and cut the rest of those. Just like that. So you eventually have to cut them, but this gives you a good head start. And you get a nice consistent cut right in there. And then you can cut the rest of your potatoes using your knife. Try to keep them about the same size. Set them in. Okay, then you're going to have to mix them up really good. You're going to add your salt, pepper. So again, not that much salt. Taste it. You'll need to taste it though too. Okay. Little black pepper. And garlic. Okay. Then you're going to add your cheese. Now you do have to mix your cheese in really good. You could use your hands, or you can use a spatula or a spoon. So I'm going to actually use my hands. Very important that you mix up all that salt, pepper, and you do need to taste it. And then we'll finish it off with heavy cream, a little bit more. We're just getting this started. You're going to need enough cream just to cover the top, okay? Very important to taste it, okay? So it should have a very light, salty taste, not too intense, because then it's going to reduce down. Here's another thing, don't press down, let it sit loosely in there, okay? Then we're going to top it with the cream. And then this will go into the oven as well. This will take roughly anywhere from 20 to 25 minutes. So you do want to put your chicken in right away when you come in, get it seasoned and into the oven, then work on your potatoes, and then finally you're going to do your vegetables. Your vegetables can be at the very end. What you're going to do is you're going to pull out, once you pull out your chicken, you will already have your vegetables cut. Once you pull that chicken, you let it rest. It has to rest for at least 15 minutes, 10 to 15 minutes. In that time, you could go ahead and fire roast your vegetables. Okay, for the fire roasted vegetables, I've got bell pepper, red onion, I've got some yellow squash and zucchini. We got some carrot as well. And then we've got some mushrooms. You'll have to bring in your own mushrooms if you want to do it with mushrooms. Mushrooms are really good in it. Okay, so again, you guys will be using half. So we'll go ahead and cut these in half here. So we're going to do a large chunk. Okay, so we'll get a bowl, add a little olive oil, just a little. And then that other seasoning mix that we had reserved, large chunks, just like that. Okay. And then with your yellow bell pepper, remove the seed, tap it just to get any excess off. Cut it. Large chunks. Okay. Same thing here. Large chunks. Red onion. Take off the core. Take out the first sleeve. Cut it this way and then cut it that way. Then get all the little pieces and break them down evenly in there. Okay, so you're going to do this after you've pulled your chicken. Okay, so you can cut them and do all that, but I wouldn't put them in the oil yet. So get them all ready to go, and then when your chicken comes out of the oven, you can start to work on this. Then you can cut your mushrooms in quarters. Now the thing you're going to do with the carrot is you're going to cut it thin because it's a lot more dense. So cut it in half and cut it thinner, really thin, okay, because then it'll cook evenly with the large chunks here. Cut it on a bias, it's really nice. Okay. Then hit it with your salt, pepper, paprika mix, thyme. Give it a little toss. Not too much oil, just a little oil. You're not going to put any oil in your pan, okay? So we're going to head on over to the stove top here. So this is what it looks like. Smoking hot, okay? So then, this is something you would definitely have to do outside, okay? Then you're going to place these in. And just let it sit there. You want it to roast. You actually want a nice little char on that pan. Okay? So let it go. Now you may have to finish this off in the oven as well. Okay? But for the most part, you should get it nicely toasted, and then you can lower the temperature once you get that nice toast. And then you can continue to saute, or if you want, you can go into the oven. Okay, so let me show you what we're looking for. We're looking for a nice little char, so don't disturb it. Let it char a little. Hopefully the alarms don't go off. So let it, roughly about 2 minutes, 3 minutes. And then you can turn it around and then char the other side. And then after you do that, then you can lower the temperature and let it saute and cook through. So I'm going to turn this around now. And so we're getting this nice little char here. So let me show you what we're referring to. So we got these nice little charred vegetables. You can see them. I'll zoom in on them. So that's what we're looking for. Keep them flat. Don't stack them. Kind of let them sit. Okay. You may have to add a little more oil at some point, but first thing is first, make sure you get all those in. So that's what you're looking for. Fire roasted vegetable chard, but not burnt. You don't want to burn them. Enough of the char where you get that nice flavor. And you want to make sure you do not do this in a Teflon pan, so make sure you use your aluminum pan for that, without the Teflon coating. Okay. We got this nice char. Now we're going to continue cooking it. Okay. But that's what you're looking for, a nice, beautiful char vegetable. This is what the scalloped potatoes look like when they come out of the oven. Okay, this is what the roasted chicken will look like when it comes out. Just let it rest, and then be careful when you remove the can. The can's going to be steaming hot, so use your tongs to remove it.